Man, Carla, I'm so sorry about what ended up happening to you. Who would have thought that you'd actually fall down all those stairs? You look so sad and messed up now. But I don't care. Better luck next time.
What are you talking about, Elise? Are you actually that screwed up in the head that you think this is all a joke? You were the one that pushed me down that long flight of stairs, right? Elise, do you not feel any sort of regret for what you did to me?
All I did was bump into you a little, yet you decided to make a huge deal of it by throwing yourself down those stairs on purpose. Stop trying to make this all look like it was my fault. Why is everyone trying to blame me for what you did to yourself, Carla? Maybe if you took better care of yourself, you'd have better balance and wouldn't have fallen all the way to the bottom of those stairs.
I am pregnant right now, which makes it a lot harder for me to stay balanced. I've known for a long time now just how much you hold grudges against me, but I didn't think you'd go as far as trying to hurt me when I'm carrying another life. I am no longer going to allow you anywhere near me, and I'm cutting all ties with you. My husband is saying he's doing the same thing as well.
Why is everyone making such a big deal over this? I didn't do anything wrong. You were all being a bunch of jerks by asking me to leave this house for good.
Well, you've done enough to me already, and today was the last straw, so kicking you out of the house is our last resort. You are not going to be forgiven by any of us after pushing me down the stairs after coming home to Mom and Dad's house for a bit before I give birth. All you are to me now is a stranger, and you will no longer get to think of me as your older sister. And don't even think about trying to come back here, because this is no longer your parents' home.
You guys are all the worst family imaginable after saying that to me. I didn't even do anything wrong, yet you want me to stay away from you all and never come back again? Well, I'll do the same then. Don't any of you guys dare try talking to me again.
Don't worry, because none of us will be. I'm only at Mom and Dad's house for a little while longer, but you are not welcomed back here. We are going to have the locks on the house changed, all to make sure that we don't have to worry about seeing you again. None of us want you around anymore, so goodbye forever.
Yoo-hoo! It's been such a long time, Carla! Are you doing all right?
Huh? Who is this that I'm talking with right now?
What are you saying, Carla? You only have one little sister, right? And that's who's talking to you right now.
I'm sorry, but I don't have any little sisters.
What? It's been over 5 years now, and you're still going to be upset with me about all of that? That's all way in the past now, so you can just go ahead and forget about it, okay? There's no point in bringing something like that back up again when it's water under the bridge now, right? All you're going to do is start some more drama again and make things worse for yourself.
What do you mean that's all water under the bridge now? I have no idea what the hell you're going on about. You don't even have the right to decide whether or not something like what happened back then is over with yet. And let me just tell you this. Someone that pushes me down the stairs while I'm pregnant, resulting in me having a miscarriage, is not going to be my little sister any longer.
Sorry about what happened back then. There, now we can get back to being good sisters again.
What?
I'm sure that Mom and Dad are still living in their old house, right? Well, I'm going to be moving back into that house with my little boy, and he'll be able to see his grandparents. Make sure to give us your room, okay?
What are you going on about? Seriously? So far, I have not been able to follow a single word you're saying because it's all such bullcrap. You think you can come back here out of the blue? And you think bringing your kid with you will be okay?
What's wrong with me wanting to move back in with my parents? Recently, there's been a lot of people going back to live with their parents after having a few babies, right? And after having a divorce like me, it's the perfect option moving back in with the folks.
I don't really care about what others do and about your divorce. But you are not able to come back because there is no home for you here anymore.
Yeah. You were just going to keep using that as an excuse to keep me away from my parents and their home. But I have a kid that I'm bringing home with me. I will be bringing them their first grandchild, so there's no way Mom is going to tell me to get out of the house when she sees his cute little face. And actually, you don't have a kid yet, so you can leave that room and that house and make room for a proper woman. So how does that sound to you, Clara? The house is already very small, and having me and my boy in there will make it too cramped for all of us to live in, right?
Even after what happened 5 years ago, you still don't feel any kind of regret? And now you think you can just force your way back into our lives, you frickin' witch? You do understand that none of us are okay with you being around us, right?
the hell are you talking about, Carla? You can't say crap to me when you're the one that's been living off Mom and Dad's money this whole time. How much longer do you plan on being a disgusting parasite?
I don't have all day to talk with someone who thinks that I'm the parasite as she tries to force her way back into our house. But know that I'm not here living off their money. I'm not even living in the same house as them right now, rather in a house within their neighborhood.
I know that you love the relaxing life of not having to do anything besides take their money, but I'm not going to allow it. I'm coming back to that house to live with my boy. So you, childless freak, had better get the hell out of there.
I'm living in a tower apartment right now, Elise.
Freaking liar.
What would I have to gain from lying to you about that right now? I am living in a tall apartment building at the moment, and so are Mom and Dad. Actually, they live in the same apartment building as me.
Huh? What the hell?
And another thing, I'm not childless like you think. I'm sure you wanted to use your boy as a way of feeling as though you've one-upped me and can say whatever crap you'd like, but I have a kid now as well. And right now, we are all living in this apartment as a happy family. So why are you here talking to me still?
Oh my God. You've gone so crazy that you're living in a world full of lies. Do you really think that I'm going to fall for all that crap? I get that you're still upset at me for something I never even did to you, and you're willing to lie all day long to try and make me feel inferior. That's not going to work for me.
I don't care about what you have to say about me, but I'm telling you right now that I'm not lying to you. But if you still think that I am in fact lying to you, then go right ahead and return back to Mom and Dad's house.
I'm already on my way over there. I'm going to be pulling into their driveway in a bit here, so don't even try to hide from me and act as though you're not home.
We aren't going to be acting like we're not home. We no longer live in that house anymore, and you need to realize that that's a fact.
Hey, what the hell is going on here?
What is it this time, Elise?
Where the hell did Mom and Dad's house go? All I see here is a driveway and then some empty land where Mom and Dad's house used to be.
So you really did go there. I made sure to tell you the truth and everything, yet you still went? You really did think I was lying to you that whole time then. Well, the house was torn down a while ago, and all that's left is an open bit of land waiting for the next buyer.
Huh? This land is for sale now. So then there really is no house anymore around here.
You shouldn't have to be asking me these kinds of questions, Elise. You can see that there is no house there anymore and that all that's left is some dirt and grass in the driveway. Does this mean that you're having such a hard time understanding reality that you can't even tell what's real and what's not anymore?
I understand that the house is gone, but do things like this really happen? When the hell did you all move out of this house without telling me about it? I don't even know where you guys are living now either. I'm trying to ask Mom right now where she went, but she just keeps leaving me unread.
And she has the right to. Both Mom and Dad are still very upset with you after what you did to me a year ago.
Huh? They're still both upset over that as well?
What you did to my baby then is the same as killing someone, Elise. And you haven't even tried to apologize for what you did, so how do you think they'd want to forgive you? Nobody in this family has forgiven you, and that's why we never told you about us leaving that house and about where we all moved away to. To be honest, I don't even like telling you about how we moved. We cut all ties with you 5 years ago, and that means that we don't want anything to do with you anymore.
What the hell? I am not laughing about this anymore, Carla. Why are Mom and Dad still staying on your side after I didn't do anything wrong? There's no way they still think that I was the one to blame for your falling, right? And even if I am to blame, I'm still their daughter.
It's because you're their daughter that they were so shocked by what you did and became upset enough to never forgive you.
What?
That baby that you killed was going to be Mom and Dad's first grandbaby, and they were really looking forward to that. But after you went ahead and pushed me down the stairs out of your hate for me, you ruined everything.
Hate for you? I never meant to make you guys think that I hated you, Carla. But you all moving out of the house without ever telling me about it first is messed up. You could have at least told me that you were all leaving. I have the right to know about what you're all doing as my family, right?
No, you actually don't have any rights when it comes to us, Elise. You are no longer a part of this family, and I thought we made that all clear by telling you to stay away from us forever.
But all of that is in the past now. Right now, none of that has anything to do with the present.
I've had enough of your self-centered attitude towards us, Elise. Stop that crap right now. For whatever reason, you kept saying to everyone that you'd have a baby before me. And out of jealousy towards me getting ready to have my baby, you pushed me down the stairs so that you could stop my chances of giving birth and prolong the time in which you could have a baby of your own first. I am never going to forget about what you did to my baby and I, Elise. Do you actually think in that tiny brainless skull of yours that I'll forgive you for that?
I seriously didn't think that something like that would get everyone so upset with me, though. And to be honest, I didn't push you that hard in the first place. I've told you all that 100 times by now, right?
You cannot change the fact that you pushed me down those stairs on purpose, so stop freaking trying. There is nothing else you can do about us, Elise. We have all moved away into a tower apartment building.
A tower apartment building? What? So you really all did move into a tower apartment building together? Do you really think something like that could be possible?
Whether you think it's true or not, it's a fact. So I have nothing else to say to you about it now.
What do you mean you have nothing else to say? Let me live there with you guys right now. I have a boy of my own as well, right? Do you find pleasure in making a homeless mother live on the streets with her son in poverty?
Who gives a flying frick about you and that brat? You never cared about me when I was pregnant, instead pushing me down those stairs and literally killing my baby. How about you let your son have your phone so I can tell him what you did to my baby? What do you think he'll say?
Wait, Carla, don't tell my son about things like that.
I don't plan to tell him any of that, so calm down. And it's not like I have a way to tell him because you are never going to be seeing my family and I in your whole life.
Huh? What do you mean I'll never get to see your family? I want to bring my son back home to his grandparents so he can see everyone in his family.
And like I've been saying, you have no family or home to bring him back to, so just shut the hell up about it already. We are all living in this tower apartment building on 2 separate floors. Mom and Dad are on 1 floor, and my family and I are on the floor above. We were able to do all of this with the help of a friend and can now live close to one another while also still having our own places. But you aren't going to be a part of this family because nobody here wants you to be. And I will not let you around my child either, as I'm scared you might do the same thing to him as you did to my last baby.
Why are you being such a witch? I am a part of that family, so you all stop being babies and let me come home. How old is your kid? I wonder if they're around the same age as my son. I think the both of them could get along really well and become super close cousins, so please let us come live with you guys and bring more happiness to the family.
After what you did to my last baby, I'm not going to let you anywhere near my kid now. Who the hell do you think you are, Elise? Nobody here wants you in this family, and I literally mean nobody. And as for my husband, he doesn't even like the mention of your name because it brings him terrible memories. I'm sorry, Elise, but you are nothing to us, and we all want to keep it that way.
I'm nothing to you guys? What the hell is wrong with you all? My son is a part of your family, right? And right now, neither of us have a place to call home anymore. Do you not feel bad for my son, at least?
Mom just got a call from your husband a little bit ago, Elise.
Huh?
He told her that after talking with you about wanting a divorce, you didn't finish the talks with him and ran away from your home with your guys' son. And he says the reason he wants the divorce is because you've been having an affair. Your son is only 2 years old, yet you leave him with your husband 24/7 so that you can go out and have fun with that other man. Are you going to tell me that your husband is lying about all of that?
What he said to Mom is in fact true. Why the hell would that bastard get my mom involved in all of this? He's literally the worst husband anyone could ever ask for. Now he's made you all aware of what's been going on.
Don't tell me that you ran away from him with your son because you're afraid that he'll take your boy away from you and force you to pay child support. Well, if that's your reason for running out of your house with your son, then hurry up and give him back to your husband and stop complaining about how bad we should feel for your son. And do that before the police are made aware of this.
The police? There's no need for the police to get in all of this. Carla, please don't be that upset with me. I just want to come and live with all you guys again with my son as well. I know that for a while now I haven't been doing a great job as his mother, leaving him at home all day with his father, but I'm sure Mom will be thrilled to see him, right? And I bet that Dad will also forgive me and let us be one big happy family again, right? Can you help me get them to forgive me? And also being able to live in that tower apartment, well, it would be freaking awesome.
Elise, I think I have a great understanding of what's going on here now. After these past 5 years, you have only become more toxic of a person, and not just to me, but to everyone you ever bother hanging around.
Huh? What the hell does that mean?
You wanted to use your son as a way of getting back into this family and then wanted to have mom and dad care for him for you, right? And I'm sure you thought it'd be pretty nice that way because mom and dad would be the ones paying to support your son and not you, right? This isn't a freaking game, Elise. What the hell is your idea of children?
Hold up, why are you getting even more mad now? I told you that I want to be together with my son and you guys, right?
You want to be together? Good freaking luck, Elise. I don't think that's going to happen, though, because you had your chance to live together with your son and family, but chose to cheat on your husband and leave your son home alone for most of the day until your husband came home to care for him. I haven't seen what life was like in your husband's house, but I can imagine it very well. You have no right to any child when you treat them like that.
Carla, I'm sorry. Don't be so upset with me. I don't have anywhere left to go right now. If you don't help me, I don't know where I'll be able to go. Help me, please? I'll make sure to change after.
Go screw yourself.
Huh? Why? I'm being serious about asking for your help, yet you're still going to say no?
You are a complete stranger. Why would I let a homeless stranger and her beast move into my lovely home with my family, I don't care about what happens to you, but I do feel bad for your son, so hurry up and give him back to his dad. And I'm going to tell your husband right now that you're near mom and dad's old house so he can come get you.
Huh? Why are you telling him needless things like that? You do not have to do that!
Stop typing in all caps, you child. And if you didn't want me doing something unnecessary, then maybe you should have stayed home and away from my family. You're the one without a child, so maybe you should leave that boy with his dad and get lost. It's been 5 years now, but what you did to me is still fresh in everyone's head. At this point, you have grown so toxic that I can't even begin to try understanding why you act like that.
Wait, Carla, I'm sorry. I promise that I've learned my lesson.
Well, if you learned your lesson, then you can get the hell away from my family and stay away. Go rot in hell, you witch. And once you're done rotting away, maybe then I'll be willing to forgive you. After that, Carla did her best to ignore anything else of what Elise had to say to her. She even went ahead and blocked her number, as well as had the rest of the family do the same in order to avoid any further stress. Elise's husband then came and found her and his son and brought them both home with him safely. He then was able to get full custody of his son and kicked Elise out of the house, asking for her to pay child support every month. Of course, she won't be able to do that and will spend the rest of her life on the streets with nowhere to call home besides a park bench. There was no avoiding this outcome after the way she treated everyone, and so we can all agree that her life on the streets is well warranted. Even her parents don't think of her as family anymore, so she really has ended up as the worst kind of homeless, with no one and nowhere willing to cater to her toxic attitude anymore.
What the hell, man? What are you thinking? You really thought that was funny? You totally spilled that water on me on purpose, right? You didn't do that on accident at all. Why the hell would you do that to me at my welcoming party? Did I do something to offend you or something?
What? I don't know what in the world you're talking about, John. I think you're just victimizing yourself. But if you think that you're being disliked, maybe you should really think deep down and ask yourself why someone would really dislike you. I mean, honestly, you call yourself a working-class adult, right? You should be able to figure out why someone wouldn't like you.
No, I really can't think of anything at all. Why don't you go ahead and lie to me, Scott?
See, you always want someone to tell you instead of just trying to figure it out by yourself. You're such a spoiled little brat. You realize that is one of the most characteristic traits of someone who's totally useless at work, right? If you're not someone that we could use at work, why don't you just quit the company for everyone, huh? Myself included.
What do you mean I'm useless? I haven't even had a chance to prove myself at all because I haven't started working yet. It's a company, and I understand, accept even, that we will be judged based on the amount and quality of work that we do. I'm not disagreeing with you there. However, I don't really like that you're judging me when I haven't even had the chance to do any work at all. It's actually extremely offensive, and I want you to cut it out.
Yap. You just talk way too much, man. You realize the situation you're in and who you're talking to, right? Do you understand that you're someone who doesn't seem to catch what people are thinking without them explicitly telling you? And when you start talking, everyone around you gets real tired of listening to your yapping and start getting real woozy and sleepy.
Yeah, I'm not sure how any of that or how entertaining I am has to do with how good I am at working.
I don't even like how you're so calm either. Don't you have emotions? Come on, man. You're just a high school graduate who looks down on the people around you. Seriously, you better stop looking down on people like that because some of us are actually educated unlike you.
Ah, high school graduate. That's what you were talking to me about. So you really care about my education, huh? Is that why you don't like me working at this company? Because I haven't even gone to college and I'm working at the same company as you?
This company's not a place where someone of your low educational background should be working. This is a place reserved for the highest working class men. You do know about this company, right? You can't be that stupid to where you don't even know where you're working. This company is one of the top of the food chain corporations that people want to work at as soon as they leave college. It's the best place you could work in the contiguous United States, you understand?
Yes, of course I'm aware of that. I did apply here and get the job, and I'm still failing to see how this is relevant to what you said before.
I've graduated top of the class in one of the most top-of-the-line colleges in the States. Do you understand how many other graduates I had to beat out to get this position? I think you should be able to connect the dots. You're not the kind of person that should be working in this company. Let me guess. You used some kind of dirty tactic to get in, right? Maybe you paid off the right people or something?
Yeah, I'm not sure that this company is the kind of company that some dirty high school graduate will be able to pay off the right person to get into, right? Or is that all you think about this company?
Stop being such a smartass, John. You know what I mean. Just you watch, smart boy. I'm gonna make sure to expose you to everyone so they know the dirty tricks you played to get into this company.
Yeah, sure. I'd love to see you go for it, Scott. Good luck.
Vice President, sir? I'm just checking in on things and seeing how well they're going over there with Scott. Are things going well?
Honestly, it's worse than I'd anticipated. I can't believe that someone that bad was in the department. How did he get into this company? However, just because of how rude he was, doesn't mean that he's the kind of person to be embezzling company money. I need to make sure about this because it's a serious accusation. Based on how he is behaving and what he's saying, he does seem to really care about the company. He seems to have a tremendous amount of respect for the company itself as well, but...
No, sir. I believe that you're mistaken in that point. He doesn't have a tremendous amount of respect for the company. He has a tremendous amount of respect for the amount of respect and status that being employed here brings him. I've actually caught wind that he's in the market right now for a new job as well. I don't know how true this is, but I don't think we could put it past him. I think he's getting tired of working here as a regular employee with no actual managerial position. He thrives off of control and ownership, so he should be wanting more soon.
I see. So he's using the company name to bring up some level of status and respect to himself, huh? Such a dirty and lame way of doing things.
Yes, sir. He does seem to want to get promoted more so than anyone else, and he's got more pride than you can imagine. If anything, I think he's probably annoyed with the company and how much they haven't already promoted him to the position he deserves. He's been going around to a lot of nightclubs, handing out his business card and bragging to a bunch of girls as well, so I really think he's just doing this for as long as it works out in his favor.
Nightclubs?
Yes, sir. He goes out every night to go bar hopping and spends the night in a nightclub before going home or coming to work. Apparently there's a girl that works at a certain nightclub called Rachel that he has really taken a liking to. I spoke to one of his subordinates about his little habit that he likes to brag about. He claims that Scott more than likely has been spending over $150,000 on her with ease. Lord knows he likes to brag about how much money he has.
I see. So there's plenty of motive there for him to want to embezzle company money to use for her.
I mean, I can't say for sure that that's the case, but I think that he's definitely suspect number one on the short list of names that might have stolen from the company.
Alright, I'll go ahead and keep digging then. Thank you for all your hard work, Gary. You're really helping me out.
Yes, sir, thank you. We're definitely counting on you, but I'm really not sure if you needed to go into the field to find out for yourself, sir. You could have asked one of us to go for you.
He doesn't know what I look like. He really believes that I'm just a new employee that recently joined the company. I want to keep this up because it's very easy for me to play the role to fool him. Apparently, he doesn't seem to like me at all, but I think that if I keep this thing going, he'll screw up and show or tell us something that he really should keep to himself. I think that I'm the perfect person to be trying to extract information from him.
Okay, sir. However, I'm not sure how to put this, but I feel like maybe you're a little too straight-edge to be conducting corporate espionage. Maybe we need someone who's more willing to lie?
What do you mean, straight edge?
Oh, nothing, sir. Please ignore my rambling. Anyway, I'll be glad to continue supporting you while you work on your mission. Thank you for your hard work and effort, and I look forward to hearing back from you, sir.
What the hell was all that about, Scott? What are you doing?
What? What do you mean, what am I doing? I threw beer on you as a form of celebration, of course. What, can't you take a little joke, John? Haven't you watched the baseball games and whatnot? Every time they have a win, the players will all throw champagne on each other. Same thing. I mean, I know I said something else earlier, but I decided that I would be the bigger man of the two of us and, you know, cheer for your arrival to this company. You must have been having a blast. Come on, be honest with me, John. You were so excited and happy to have me cheering for you, right? You don't have to hide it from me, I understand.
Are you not embarrassed at all for acting like a child in front of all the other employees? I mean, seriously, you're behaving like some kind of elementary schooler who doesn't like someone, so you bully them.
What? You want to talk trash to me? You should be the one that's embarrassed, John. You're the one that joined this company instead of going to college to get an actual education. Look, the point of the matter is that I cheered you on while you were just some uneducated loser with no qualifications at all. I think if anything, the other employees must have really grown to respect me considering I had the kindness to celebrate your arrival.
Yeah, I don't think so. If we were both looking at the same thing, it definitely looked more like everyone was pretty uncomfortable from what you did.
You can say whatever you want to. It doesn't matter to me anyway. I don't care what everyone thinks about me. I'm just gonna be leaving this crappy company anyway.
Huh? You're already gonna quit this company? You haven't been here that long, have you?
Oh yeah, I don't like this company anyway. It's not enough. I need to go to a company that's actually more suited for me. I'm sure the upper corporate executives will try and stop me, but you know, I gotta do what I gotta do. It's my life, so you know, I'm gonna live my life the way I want to without having people tell me what to do.
Ah, I see. So you're trying to run away before you get caught red-handed for everything you've done, is that what it is?
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Sorry, just talking to myself about something.
Honestly, dude, I really think it's in your best interest for you to just quit your job too. You shouldn't stick around too long. I don't think you'll be able to keep up with all the work that's being done around here, considering how inexperienced and uneducated you are here.
Yeah, this company where we employ people who are childish and immature, willing to pour beer on newly hired employees? I don't know about that, buddy. I don't think that a company who has you in their employ is necessarily a very high-class corporation.
What? Immature and childish? I don't want to hear you telling me about that. Did you really think that I would have welcomed you on board when I'm such a high-class, top-of-the-level elite college grad, and you're just a low high school graduate? I seriously cannot stop laughing when I remember your goofy ass covered in beer and being all stinky and smelly.
You know, I'm just gonna tell you. I'm your boss.
Huh? What?
I'm not sure I can hold this back anymore, so I'm just gonna go ahead and explain everything to you, okay? I'm not some random new hire for the company. Maybe that's what everyone has been led to believe, but I've actually been contracted to become the next vice president for the company a few years ago. Unfortunately, the previous vice president couldn't finish off his business before my contract started, so my residency has been off-put slightly.
What? You're telling me that you're the vice president? You? I mean, I did hear about the potential new vice president coming into the company. That part I know is true. You must be delusional if you think a high school grad like you is gonna be the next vice president for a company of this scale. Besides, you were literally introduced to everyone in the company as a new hire. They would never introduce you as a new hire if you were gonna be the next vice president, you freaking idiot.
You know, I'm just gonna be frank with you. That whole thing was just a lie.
What do you mean it was a lie? What about the new company welcoming party, yeah? Was that just a lie too? You really need to cut back on all the drinking and paint fume huffing, buddy. You're seriously losing it. Imagine some 20-something-year-old high school graduate becoming the next vice president, huh? You're just nuts.
Oh yeah, that was also a lie, you know? I actually attended a college in the States.
Wait, what?
I said I actually attended college in the States and skipped a couple years. After I graduated early, I started working in America where I worked for a little while. And the company that I was working at actually signed a contract with the company that you're working for right now. I know, what a small world, right? So that was just my foot in the door. And then after that, I was scouted as a vice president by this company. I was really interested in the company to begin with, so I had no qualms working here.
Yeah, whatever. You really should go and get an MRI at the hospital or something. You must have hit your head too hard or something.
If you think I'm lying, why don't you just talk to the section chief?
Yeah? You sure you want to do that, though? I'm seriously going to ask him what's going on. You really don't want to just accept that you're lying? Alright, give me a second, you idiot. I'm gonna go look for him. So, after checking in with him, it sounds like you really are the vice president of this company, huh? I believe you. Damn it, this is totally not fair! You really tricked my ass, didn't you?
You know, for someone who just figured out they're talking to the actual vice president of the company, you don't seem to have changed your attitude at all.
I'm gonna quit this company anyway. You remember what I was saying? I guess you're still pretty stupid, huh? There's literally no reason for me to actually sit here and pretend like I respect you when I clearly don't.
I thought that you were some top-of-the-class elite worker. Are you sure you're just gonna let things go like that without considering the rippling effect you might have on things down the line? I mean, you're literally talking to the vice president of the top-of-the-line corporation within the nation. You keep it up. You know what might happen to you, huh? You might find it awfully difficult to find a new job at any company in this area of expertise, huh?
Huh? Oh, is that really true, sir? I'm sorry, I wasn't aware.
I mean, I'm not saying that sort of thing will happen for sure, 100%, but if you really are an invaluable employee working at this company, then you wouldn't just lose your mind right now and start getting mad at me when you're the one who was clearly at fault for the whole interaction.
No, yeah, let me explain. It wasn't exactly like I was getting mad at you, per se.
It's really too late for you. This whole story will be spread far and wide to every corner of every inch of the industry. And you deserve it. You realize that almost every employee that attended that party saw you pour all that beer on me, right? And that's putting it nicely. You actually threw that beer on me from halfway across the room. I don't think there is a single corporation that would be willing to hire you at all. You're just a huge liability. A lawsuit waiting to happen.
But no! Come on, I understand now. I won't quit this company anymore. I promise to do better working for this wonderful company.
I'm sorry, but I don't want trash like you working for my company. I need you to pack your shit and get the hell out ASAP. Are we clear with each other?
What? You're gonna fire me? After all I've done for this company?
Hey man, you were already planning on quitting, right? This just expedites the process and makes you not have to make the decision. I've just made the decision for you. Like I said earlier, you need to pack your things and leave by the end of this business day. Do you understand me? Don't make me say this again.
Wait, hang on, no. Just hang on 1 second. I need to work this job. Please don't do this to me. At least let me know what I should do for my next position. I can't just look for another position if you're gonna make me look bad in front of everyone.
If you don't pick and choose, then you should really have no issue finding another job real quick.
Wait, hang on just a second. I don't understand what's going on right now. What the hell? Besides, why would you even pretend to be the new employee? You're literally the vice president. Why are you...
I asked the corporate employees and asked them to let me pretend to be a new hire, just to see how things were going. I wanted to pretend to be a new hire so that I could get close to a certain employee who we suspect is guilty of certain things.
Certain suspicions? Which are...
Yeah, let me elaborate. There's this employee named Scott that is apparently suspected to be embezzling company money.
Wait, what? Embezzlement money? I'm sorry, sir. I'm not following where this is going.
Just tell me the truth, Scott. You've been making fraudulent receipts and submitting them to accounting to take several tens of thousands of dollars from the company, no? I can just call the police right now, but I wanted to give you a chance. They'll take you away in a heartbeat with the amount of evidence I've been able to gather on everything.
I haven't done any of that. I promise, I didn't do that. I would never do such a thing.
I'll tell you what, Scott, how's this then? If you just admit to the embezzling of company money, then I'll take back the whole thing with you getting fired or me spreading the news about your beer incident within the industry. If you consider that, I'm not going to do any of the things that I said I would. Then this really is a sweet deal for you.
What? Are you being serious right now, or are you just messing with me again?
Yeah, if you just admit the embezzlement of corporate money and submit proof that you definitely did it on your own without my help. If you do that, you won't be fired. You won't have to worry about being out of a job and being unemployed. You should be happy about that. You should be able to go see your dearly beloved Rachel again.
You know about Rachel already? How did you know about her in the nightclubs?
Yeah, of course, just like I said. There's more than enough evidence for you to be found out. It won't take too long for me to find more evidence of your embezzlement. Just think about it, my guy. Just admit that you've done everything wrong. You'll feel much better about everything, okay?
Okay, fine, okay, I did it. I'm so sorry for that, but it was me. I did take out some extra cash from the company by making fake receipts and sending them to the accounting. I had so many loans that I was just up to my neck in loans and I didn't know what else to do. Rachel said that she wanted to go on a boat trip or something, and then she said that she wanted to get a necklace, and it just never stopped. I just had to keep on buying her things.
You know, you should really be ashamed of yourself and all of the mistakes that you've made, rather than trying to make fun of someone who hasn't had the opportunity to go to a higher teaching institution like you. I'm sorry to break this to you, Scott, but you're definitely fired. You're gonna have to leave this company by the end of the day.
Wait, what?
Did you really think that I could keep someone who's embezzling corporate money around in the company? I would never allow such a thing to happen in my offices. You're finally free now, so I need you to get the hell out of the office. Do you understand me? Please do not make me say this another time.
No, wait, hang on. You just promised me a second ago that you wouldn't do that, though. You wouldn't do such a thing to break a promise, would you? That's not okay! You said that if I were to tell you the truth about everything, then you would forgive me, man!
I'm sorry, I know what I said and that I'm breaking my promise, but this was the only way that I could get you to talk. I really cannot handle your attitude at all. I tried to be patient, but I just didn't have enough patience. I didn't have any kind of actual evidence that you did it, but alas, I let myself get found out as the vice president of the company.
What? Why would someone who isn't that clever like that actually be a part of an undercover operation like this?
You know, with regards to that, I actually kind of agree with you. I was just having a little fun to spice up my daily life is all. Sorry about that.
Wait, but that's not okay! You can't just pull this kind of stunt on me! I'm sure that this wouldn't work in the court of law, right? Lying and deceiving someone to do this, to try and make someone confess like that, it just wouldn't be something that you should do! It's not okay!
Yeah, I didn't want to do this either, but you really didn't leave me any choice. You covered your tracks well, so I had to do what I had to do. I actually hate when people don't do things the right way. So I will do everything that I need to make sure that I make things right.
Damn it! Damn it!
By the way, about the whole beer thing. The suit I was wearing while you decided it would be funny to throw beer at me? It was a specially tailored $5,000 suit. I'm gonna make sure that you're gonna pay me for that as well. Just a heads up. I can't wear that suit anymore because it literally reeks of booze. So make sure you pay me for that. Oh, and one more thing. I'm gonna be suing you for defamation charges. You did throw beer on me in front of all my employees.
Wait, hang on, please. I already have so many loans taken out right now for everything I wanted to pay for. I can't pay for damages in your suit. I just don't have that kind of financial power right now. I'm sure to someone who's the vice president of the company this big, it's just a drop in the pond, right?
So you want me to just let that go for you? Pretend it never happened? I hate letting things go, Scott. I don't like when people do wrong things and get away with it. If you make a mistake, then you need to pay the price and fix everything that's wrong.
But if I leave this department, then this department will fall apart. This department needs me.
Oh, don't worry about that. I already spoke to a lot of the other employees in the department. They all said that you were just a drag and they would be perfectly fine without you. You really were despised among all of your coworkers. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
What? But what? That's not possible. How could they dislike me? I thought we all really got along.
I think you need to think to yourself and figure it out. If you just think real hard, you might figure it out. You should be able to think of a few reasons that someone might dislike you. You're a working class adult. After he figured out that there was no one left in the office that would take his side, he decided that it was about time for him to leave the company and left on his own will. In addition to the embezzlement charges, he was also charged with harassment of his employees, inappropriate behavior, and also unnecessary and demeaning acts of assault in a public location. He was forced to pay an ungodly amount of damages. Like he had mentioned, he was already drowning in debt and being sued. He had too many payments to make. To make things wrong, the industry has been made of all of his wrongdoings and terrible rumors. He was barely even able to live a regular life anymore. He was struggling extremely hard. He eventually went to the girl at the nightclub, Rachel, to help him out. But of course, we all know how that ended. She quit the club and disappeared on him, never to be found again. He ran out of places where he could speak his mind, so he had to go home and just be a shut-in for the rest of his days. I, on the other hand, have been working tirelessly as vice president of the company. I use this whole thing as a training lesson for my right-hand man, Gary, to work hard together. Gary and I both are going to be on high alert for any kind of bad working environments and relationships.
Hey, Grant. I would really like to speak to you if you've got a chance to talk. To me, you seemed a bit off yesterday. It was kind of odd. I just wanted to know if everything's okay. Did something happen? You aren't getting sick or anything, are you? Or is there something that I did to make you act the way you did?
Oh my god, Aaron, would you seriously just shut up for once in your life? The bombarding of messages is super annoying.
Huh? What do you mean? I'm just trying to get you to talk to me. What's so wrong with that? Why are you acting so angry towards me all of a sudden? What did I do to make you feel like this? We literally just got married 3 days ago. You weren't feeling like this on our wedding day. What's the matter, Grant?
I guess I wasn't feeling like this that day, but I am right now. Who would want to see me behave like this? No one would, especially in front of our relatives and colleagues, right? That's why I had a smile and kept calm the entire time through our wedding ceremony.
Okay, so that's why I'm asking all these questions, because I know that your attitude has changed, and it's not good. So are you going to tell me what's going on?
Would you shut up, Aaron? I'm so tired of all these questions and talking to you, to be honest. So you need to be quiet before I make you.
But you've been completely ignoring me since the wedding finished up the other day. If you're going to continue ignoring me, I want to know why right now.
Look, I don't have a reason for it. I just want you to keep quiet so I can have some peace. You're being quite annoying with all this talk. Don't you realize that just because we're married doesn't mean that everything belongs to you? Or that you need to know anything and everything? I need my time and space as well.
I know that, and I'm not complaining about that at all. You've just been so kind to me up until recently, so I wanted to see what is influencing you to be so angry. I just want to know why you're feeling the way you do. Is that not a fair question to ask?
Don't you get that this is my true self? This is actually how I truly act towards everybody.
Huh? Really? Is that so? I don't know whether to believe you or not. So why have you been so fake since I first met you? Why would you act so kind if you're saying this is how you truly feel?
Well, I guess it was going to come out sooner or later, so you would have found out eventually. Whatever. None of this matters now. So if you can just stop always asking unnecessary questions. I'm sick of it. We're married now. Get used to it.
Unnecessary questions? But I'm your wife. I should be allowed to ask you anything. Okay, I quit my job because you asked me to become a housewife. Would you please at least tell me your living expenses as you promised you would? At the wedding, I told you that from now on, I would deal with the household finances, as you said that I was the one who was going to be at home a lot of the time. There's nothing wrong with asking you for your finances now, is there?
Well, in that regard, you need to be more flexible when it comes to my finances. You need to do better.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Do better? Be flexible with you? What am I supposed to do then if I can't get your financial details?
You should know what you're doing. You're my wife, but you don't even know how to budget properly? What does your existence even mean then? I'm so embarrassed of your existence right now. You're a bit useless, aren't you?
Come on, don't treat me like this, okay? Could you please come back home soon so that we can discuss these things like adults? We really need to sit down and have a face-to-face conversation.
Shut up, Aaron! I'm so tired of this crap. Just be quiet! It feels like you're not giving me freedom, and I'm so sick of it!
That's not what I'm meaning at all! I don't understand what you mean. I'm so confused by your behavior right now. Grant, I'm telling you that you've not paid me for your part of the living expenses yet. You've continued to ignore me for almost 2 months since our wedding day. I don't get why you'd treat me like this. I've got to pay for living expenses too. You're not the only one. I really just want to talk to you about things. Is that such a difficult thing to ask of my husband?
Shut up, Aaron! I'm so sick of all your talk. It's so frustrating to deal with.
Even if people think I'm loud or noisy, at least what I'm saying is the truth. I want to talk to you. You're being completely unfair. You're always telling me to shut up or be quiet when I don't want to hear that. I want an explanation to why you won't tell me the reason to not talking to me. So, are you going to tell me?
I'm tired from having to work so hard. Why do you always make me feel so bad about everything? I'm tired, so I need you to be quiet around me.
I'm asking all this now because I've stayed silent when you've told me to, but I've had enough. You've continued to ignore me for the past 2 months. I can't keep silent any longer. I want you to talk to me, Grant. We're a couple. We should be able to have adult conversations. I think it's weird for people in a romantic relationship to completely ignore each other. It's rather weird, actually.
What are you saying stuff like this to me for? Do you want to be physical with me or something?
I didn't even say that, though. I don't even feel like that anymore after the way you've been ignoring me.
Well, the feeling's mutual, Aaron. But since we're bound by a marriage certificate, you're unfortunately my wife. A wife's just the same as a slave. I don't need for you to say anything, and just do what I tell you to do. That's why I get so angry whenever you try to talk to me, like you're somehow my equal. You should know your position in a marriage.
So, I'm just a slave to you. That I should know my position as your wife? I really don't understand, but I can finally see what you've been thinking for these past couple of months.
Well, what do you even want from me, slave? I told you what I've been thinking. You happy now?
To be honest, I was looking for a normal married life to a man who loved me for me. But I guess I was searching in vain. I guess I should stop wasting my energy on that idea. I'll just give up.
I'm not gonna get all clingy with you just because we're married. That's not how I work at all. I'm tired from working, so please, don't contact me again.
Right, okay. If that's what you wish for, Grant, I won't contact you.
I mean it. I'll be so angry if I hear from you. Don't contact me again.
Okay then. I'll do as you say, Grant. But it'll be too late if you start to regret what you said or doing this. Because you've already said it. You can't take back what you said to me, alright? Please start taking responsibility for the things you say to me and how you treat others.
What the heck are you talking about? I've never had any regrets in life. Why have you started talking so viciously towards me? That's another good reason not to talk to you. Don't you understand what I want? Stop talking. Don't contact me.
If you say so, Grant. Just telling you that this is the end of your speech to me.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Nothing. I guess I'll leave you to it. Excuse me while I go and run some errands.
Hey, Aaron! You need to answer me when I'm talking to you! You need to get home early today! Do you hear me? And you need to make us dinner as well, alright? For the first time in quite a while, I feel like relaxing at home. Do you want to watch a movie or something when I get home?
What the heck, Grant? What makes you think you can ask those things of me? Are you for real?
Well, recently you've not been making any food for me. You used to cook a lot before we got married. You're not slacking off, are you, Aaron?
What are you talking about? I made you dinner every day for the first month and waited for you to come home from work. But there were so many times when you didn't come home without even contacting me. I just stopped making food for you. You seemed to turn into such a jerk. So I didn't bother doing any cooking.
Excuse me? What did you just call me? How dare you call me something like that? Don't you realize that I'm trying to give you time to talk? Because that's what you wanted? Don't you think it's fine to behave like this?
But then you contact me like nothing bad has happened between us. You only do this on days when you're in a really good mood. It's so exhausting going back and forth. You can't just wait to message me and boss me around, such as making me cook you food when you don't even appreciate me as a person.
What the heck are you talking about? I'm not like that at all towards you.
Are you kidding me right now? This is too little too late. I'm sorry.
What's too little too late? I don't get what you mean. Have you already eaten dinner without me or something?
Do I really have to explain how what you've been saying to me is cruel? No, I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Okay, then how about you make me some food, as well as for yourself? Don't you have some free time on your hands anyway?
I literally just finished work, Grant. I won't be able to get home early and cook dinner. In fact, I was already planning to go home, but there's not much in the house at the moment.
Huh? I'm confused. What are you talking about? What did you just say before? Am I missing something here? This doesn't make sense. Why do you have a job when you're supposed to be a stay-at-home wife?
I first started working about 2 months ago when I gave up having any sort of relationship with you. I found myself a new home and a new job to occupy my mind. I'm just in the process of moving into my new house, actually. I wanted to move into my new place using my maiden name. So if you'd be so kind in getting a divorce from me, that'll be great, and we can just let each other go.
Wait, what? Just back it up for a second, alright? What are you saying? Why are you saying all this? Huh? You want a divorce from me? What did I even do to you?
Did you read my previous message? I just want to get a divorce from you. I want to, or rather, I will do that. I don't get why you're being like this towards me. I just want this over and done with. My feelings will never change about this. What you're wanting from me right now is too late. You should have been kinder towards me so that we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean I'm already too late? We just got married not so long ago, Aaron. Why would you want this?
For 3 months, you either completely ignored my presence or you insulted me all the time through messaging. I couldn't even pay for some of the living expenses because you wouldn't communicate with me. I honestly regret marrying you, especially after seeing what you're truly like.
Why are you even mentioning regret? There's no need for you to say things like that. Come on, it's been 3 months already. You need to forget that. It's really just a matter of circumstances, isn't it? It was just about time for me to face you and discuss things anyway. I was almost there with you. Come on, give me some credit here.
Oh, were you now? Do you really think it's going to change my feelings about you? It's just too late, Grant. I've been telling myself that I'm done with this relationship and I'm not changing my mind. Of course I had no intention in talking to you today, actually. All you wanted to hear is me saying yes to me cooking for you, didn't you? There's no way I'm going to do that for you anymore.
But Aaron, don't be like that. Don't say those sorts of things when you don't mean it. I don't get why you'd say that to me. You're not this kind of person. Why have your feelings suddenly changed? Is it because there's another man involved? Is that it? If that's the case, I'll never forgive you for betraying me. I'll take all the money you owe me for your infidelity.
Okay, would you quit it? I'm not going to tell you anything because it's a waste of time as you tell me to shut up and have a complaint to everything I say. No matter how much you try and investigate me, you'll never find any evidence of any infidelity. After all, I'm not the one who's cheating on you.
Are you serious? Is that actually true? Then why are you working and buying a new house? I don't understand.
Because I'm done with all of your crap. I've been completely ignoring you until now, but when I try to speak about divorcing you, I get really anxious. It's so lame that I don't even know why I get like that when I want out of this relationship. I've already filed the divorce papers at the courthouse, and I feel like such an idiot for having married you.
How could you say something like that to me? Don't be so rude. You're not the type of person to say such cruel things to someone, Aaron. Bring the old Aaron back. She was so much nicer and kinder. Then once she's back, we can get this marriage back on track.
Are you for real? What you're saying is making no sense to me. What old Aaron are you talking about? I'm not doing anything to change who I am for you since you're still continuing to be so arrogant towards me. There's no way that I want to start over with you again. I've run out of love for my ignorant and selfish husband. I've got no intention of dealing with you in the future. But I now know why you've been acting so strange and standoffish towards me.
Huh? What are you talking about? What could you possibly know?
Don't play dumb with me now, Grant. I know everything that's been going on.
Now, just hold on a minute. What do you mean by, you know everything? What's that supposed to mean?
Well, the reason why you wouldn't give me your living expenses was simply because you didn't have the money to pay for them. Am I right?
I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, Aaron. You're just making it so difficult to communicate with you.
You know that's not true. If you don't get what I'm talking about, that's okay because I already know. The reason's because you didn't have the means to pay me for living expenses. That's the simple answer. You couldn't give it to me, so now you've left me with no choice, right? It's time to be brave and speak the truth so I don't get suspicious of you, Grant. Weren't you ignoring me so you'd stop yourself from messing up?
How the heck do you know anything about that? I've been keeping it to myself this entire time. Who told you what's going on with me? Where did you hear it from? Did you hire a private detective to follow me or something?
I didn't hire anyone to follow you. I just knew everything you were doing. You just seem to be spending your living expenses on gambling. It seems you're in a bit of debt as well. You used excuses like you were busy at work, that you needed a break and all those things. But after all that, you just seem to be going to the casino, right? But you've been trying to desperately get back the money you lost gambling. Wasn't that what you were concentrating on? So I wouldn't suspect anything, right?
What's with the way you're talking to me? How dare you? You're just desperate to put me down. Before I got married to you, I'd stopped gambling. But I got really excited at the wedding ceremony, as there was a slot machine near the venue. I accidentally wasted all our wedding money on a slot machine.
This has got to be some sort of sick joke, right? You lost the money we got from our guests?
That's why I didn't want to talk to you, because I thought I would spill all the horrible truths. I thought it would be lame of me to ask for help. I thought I could somehow earn the money from the slot machine again and get the money back that was for us.
You used 3 months' worth of salary to get back the money you lost? Are you serious?
That's right. But I didn't mean to do what I did. I need to support you somehow after you became a housewife for me. I thought a lot about what to do. This was just a result of my own stupid thinking.
Oh, is that what happened? Well, I guess you tried your best to fix what you broke. But to no avail, of course. But you still decided to marry me anyway, even though you've got a serious gambling issue and lied through your teeth about it. Because we share the same name, that means that whatever debt you build up falls on me as well. I'm not going to let that happen to me when I've done nothing wrong. I'm consulting a lawyer about this.
No, wait, you can't do that! You're going to hire a lawyer? But why? I don't understand. I thought you'd help me out.
Because you stole money from our accounts and you borrowed that money without my permission as the guarantor. I'm going to sue you for stealing the money I worked hard for. It was a good chunk of my savings you took. I don't remember giving you my name to take the money out. I've got no intention of becoming a joint account holder with a scumbag like you. So I filed the divorce papers and left the house. But I don't think this will be enough, so I'm sure my lawyer will tell me what to do. Please talk through my lawyer from now on.
Just hold on a second, okay? You really just need to calm down and think this through. Don't make such hasty decisions. How come you're acting so cold towards me? We're supposed to be in love with each other, right? There's no need for our relationship as husband and wife to end this way. We're obviously in crisis mode at the moment, so we need to put our heads together and work out how to fix this.
There's no way I'm working things out together anymore. I refuse to do that.
You refuse? You can't just refuse to work this out. I'm your husband, remember? Don't be so horrible. I really need you right now so that we can fix the problems that have gotten us into.
Don't you get it, Grant? You were complete trash to begin with. I just didn't know about it until it was too late. Now I've got to do all these divorce matters. I wouldn't go to the extent of borrowing money to go gambling if something didn't go my way in my marriage. If I had known what you were like before we got married, I would never want to lay eyes on you again. This is a major factor as to why I want out of this marriage. But I can do all of this with the help of my lawyer.
But Aaron, you can't leave me! I love you so much! You can't leave someone who loves you! You can't just abandon me with all this debt! I need your help, please! You're the type of person that would help an abandoned animal on the street, so why won't you help me?
Don't you dare guilt trip me. But besides, the animal would be a billion times cuter than a scumbag like you, so I wouldn't mind helping it out. Well, I'm just going to leave the scumbag to deal with his own problems. Enjoy living in your own filth, Grant. Goodbye. Don't ever try to meet me face to face ever again, you piece of trash. Enjoy wasting your life away at the casino. After that, Erin immediately fast-tracked her divorce papers through the court system. Apparently, she moved away from her house as well. Grant was apparently approached by Erin's lawyer about his circumstances. He had to pay back all his gambling debts himself. He was also obligated to pay alimony to Erin for financially burdening her. It seems that he's running into more debt than ever before. Erin should have seen right through that scumbag's fake personality sooner so she could reveal his true nature to everyone. Although he regrets what he did, he seems relieved that he was able to get out of everything before it was too late. Erin learned a valuable lesson from this. That you should always get to know your partner well before you get married.